Hello， 大家好，我係 Kevin Crypto MY。呢一集啦，我要講關於到 Ethereum 啦，and 咧而家 Ethereum 嘅發生緊咩事 ？Ethereum 咧係 one of the pioneer alternative coin 啦，and 佢係算係第二名噶啦喺 coin market cap。所以做咩今日我會做少少 review 咧？關於到呢個 Ethereum 係因為 Ethereum 聽日有好大嘅新聞啦，好大嘅 impact 啦，俾佢個成個market 㗎 for Ethereum。如果你睇下開 market cap 我而家開嚟睇下 Ethereum 聽日14號有 Berlin hard fork 啦。咩係 Berlin hard fork 咧？簡單嚟講，佢係一個Ethereum 嘅個 software 嘅 upgrade 啦，upgrade 比較好啲，比較順啲啦。簡單嚟講都係 upgrade， 因為 Ethereum 嘅最大嘅問題啦係佢嘅 gas fees 啊，我哋講佢嘅 transaction fees 啊，貴，好貴。為佢嘅 blockchain congested 嘅時候啦，好多 investors 啦，嗰啲 users 啦，我俾好高嘅 gas fees 啦嚟 speed up 佢嘅 transaction， 所以佢要出兩個 version 嘅 hard fork 啦，就係 Berlin 同埋 London hard fork 啦。呢個兩個 hard fork 會 solve， 佢哋講會 solve 呢個問題啦。And then 你哋都知係咪？Ethereum all the while 都係行緊 proof of work 㗎。佢唔係 proof of stake 嘅，意思係講通常如果你係畫Ethereum 啦，通常你都可以用一個選擇啦，就係你買GPU mining 啦，我哋叫挖礦機啦，係用 graphic card 嚟畫嘅。所以佢而家佢愛點咧？佢愛 upgrade 佢個 software 變去 proof of stake instead of proof of work。所以以後咧，你係冇得用挖礦機嚟畫Ethereum 咗嘅。instead of 你用挖礦機嚟畫啦，你係攞嚟可以做 staking 啦。意思係講你放你嘅 as long as 你有一個荷包，一個 Ethereum 嘅荷包 ，and then 你有 coin 喺入邊啦，就係 Ethereum coin 入邊啦，佢會 automatic 幫你generate 呢個 income 俾你嘅。instead of 你用電費啦，而家直頭你係用荷包啦，你都可以直頭 generate 一個 income 咗嘅。所以有好有壞啦。proof of work 好係你有嗰隻 physical 嘢啦 ，means 就係 graphic card 啦，你買咗過後你開機佢又開始幫你畫啦。唔好嘅係電費貴咯，所以proof of stake 咧佢個好處係就係唔使用電費咯。and then 可能佢嘅 compare to 挖礦機嚟講啦，我會覺得挖礦機挖嘅coin 比較多啲 instead of 你放喺 staking 入邊啦。但呢個 staking 你會 generate 到幾多 income 咧？咁呢個我未肯定，呢個我未知。until 呢個hard fork release 咗，我哋先知道佢嘅成個 procedure 係點嘅。但如果你睇翻fundamental of 呢個 Ethereum 啦 ，Ethereum hard fork in April，so 好似頭先我講嘅啦 ，it will make the gas fees usage more efficient 啦，就係平啲啦。呢啲係more towards technical 嘅啦，就係 EIP 2565啊，啲 EXP gas cost 啊。Actually it's all about solving 呢啲 gas fees 嘅 issue 就係 transaction fees 嘅 issue 咯。Same goes with what come next 係 Ethereum 2.0， 就係佢會 migrate to proof of stake instead of proof of work。所以呢個 Berlin 呢個 London hard fork 咧會有咁嘅 migration 啦 ，slowly towards 呢個 proof of stake 啦，所以以後你係冇得用挖礦機嚟挖咗嘅。So second news 都係講一樣嘅嘢啦 ，Ethereum have major network upgrades 啦 ，including Berlin hard fork and London hard fork 嘅，所以你睇到嘅係 Berlin hard fork and London hard fork， 所以都係講一樣嘅嘢啦，就係 gas fees 嘅問題。呢個係算係一個好大嘅新聞啦，俾 Ethereum 係因為呢個成個 hard fork 啦會 start tomorrow 就係14號啦開始啦，佢會點影響到個價錢咧 ？OK， 而家我哋係睇 technical analysis 嚟 check 下啦。其實今日我用嘅係MXC Exchange 啦，如果你哋冇 MXC 嘅 account 啦，陣間我會放喺個 link 喺 description below。你可以撳個 link 啦，你可以 register 一個 account 喺 MXC Exchange 嘅。所以而家我哋睇下呢個 MXC Exchange 嘅 Ethereum versus US dollar 啦。OK， 而家我開緊嘅係 Ethereum versus US dollar 啦。我開大嚟睇下啦。我哋睇Day One Chart 先。OK， 而家成個 Ethereum 嘅movement 咧，算係好高㗎啦。你睇因為如果我把個 horizontal line 嚟講。 而家係算係最高價位噶啦，就係、如果我放低啲少少，就係呢度啦，1、2、3我放一條線，過後佢個support 咧，可能我放喺呢度附近，因為呢度咧有一個1、2、3、4、5個加埋個6個，所以又係我覺得 support resistant。所以 Ethereum 會發生個咩事咧？而家成個 Ethereum 係一個好 strong 嘅 uptrend 咧，因為你睇到我哋睇翻 RSI 嚟講啦 ，RSI 而家行緊係 around 62啦，佢未超過呢個70嘅 overbought area 啦，所以佢算都係一個 buying trend 嘅timing 嘅。但你可以睇翻成個Ethereum 嘅 overall 喺個立足啦，佢未破呢個所謂嘅resistance line 啦，所以你睇到佢仲喺呢度浮緊嘅。但你睇係咪而家佢係好想試下破呢個2150嘅價位啦？我哋簡單嚟講，我哋 make it even number 啦，係2200嘅價位嘅2200美金嘅價位。我會覺得聽日咧會有好大嘅影響咧，係因為有咁大嘅新聞啦。我會覺得聽日啦會有好大個可能會超過嘅2200嘅價位啦，或後可能會上到更加高嘅價位嘅。所以你哋去 take note 啦。如果聽日佢真係有做好大嘅 movement 啦，你哋可以做一個 buy 啦。如果你哋買嚟講啦，你哋去 TP 喺邊度咧？你哋出 profit 喺邊度咧？我哋睇翻4粒鐘嘅 chart 啦。OK， 4粒鐘嘅 chart 咧。依個係 Fibonacci retracement 啦，我畫咗噶啦，就係依度拉到嚟呢度啦，所以你睇到有個1.618嘅價位喺度嘅，就係個 level 喺度嘅，所以而家 Ethereum 我試下破呢個1.618嘅價位啦，就係2200嘅價位啦，所以如果真係破上去嚟講咧，我會覺得個 next move 佢可以 TP 到2500幾嘅。所以呢個係 technical analysis 啦 for Ethereum 啦，你係 take note 噶啦。and 咧，如果佢真係破上去manage to 破呢個2200嘅價位咧，會有好大個可能會超過呢個2500嘅價位嘅。overall 嚟講，我本身會覺得 Ethereum 就係一個好 strong uptrend 嚟嘅，所以佢有好大嘅機會會繼續上啦。但如果你睇翻，如果係真係上唔到嚟講，佢落翻去咧，我會覺得佢會做一個 market retracement 啦，佢會 retrace 翻落去啦。如果佢真係 retrace 翻落去嚟講啦，可能佢會 retrace 翻呢度，就係2058嘅價位。過後呢度浮下 before it take another big move towards downwards or upwards。如果係真係落嚟講，佢會落到呢度最盡係1950嘅價位 ，around 呢個 area， 我哋 make it even number 啦嚇。所以係 around 呢個價位啦。如果係真係落嚟講啦，可能係俾呢度一下冧落呢度，過後呢度又上翻上去啦。佢會冧到呢度，就係呢個中間嘅價位，呢度係呢度一個support 線嘅 mini support， 就喺呢度浮下過後先做一個 big move。所以 always take note that do your own research 啦 ，manage your own risk properly 啦 ，before you do any trading in cryptocurrency 嘅。So like I said， 如果真係落嚟講，落去 take note， 佢會落到呢個所謂嘅1950個位啦。So I think that's all for today. You'll stay tuned for the next episode. 我真係好好奇啦，呢個聽日嘅 Berlin Hard Fork 啦。So 如果你真係中意我嘅 video 嚟講，記得幫我撳 like、share and subscribe 喎。I'll see you guys in next episode and bye bye.